Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again for the Dart Goblin Evolution Draft Challenge in Clash Royale. So, let's cook and hopefully win 10 games in a row. Generally, in the draft challenge, if the card is bad, you never pick it. If it's good, you always pick it. Dart Goblin is one of those cards that is a bit more in the middle in this situation. I would say it's definitely one of the best cards in the game with the evolution when you build a deck around it. So if you get other bait cards with it, it's going to be really strong. You also want to build a deck that can counter bait cards because there's a chance that your opponent will pick Dart Goblin, so it's nice to be able to stop that. So I'm going to choose Dark Prince, I'm going to choose Arrows, I'm going to choose Delivery with Princess. So if we are given Dart Goblin, it's nice because we're going to be able to have other cards that will bait out our opponent's small spells, and the Dart Goblin won't just die to whatever small spells my opponent has. Something to keep in mind. So it looks like we have RG Evolution, it looks like. Just it would make sense for us to have RG Evolution. Oh, wait, really? What evolution did he give us then? He has the Dart Goblin. I'm going to have to go for a Delivery here on top of the Valkyrie. And then I think we're just going to go for a Princess. I'll try to do that later on so we don't, like, end up spamming too aggro here. A lot of the time, if you're trying to win in these challenges, the number one thing to consider is wait for your opponents to overcommit and then punish them. A lot of times when you're playing draft challenges, opponents won't necessarily know what their deck is. They won't really understand all of the cards. So more times than not, you can just win games by your opponent overcommitting and messing up, or playing suboptimally with their cards. So like right now, avoiding on top of a Dark Prince is a terrible play. That is going to be a -1 trade for us, but at the same time, you also get 0 counter push with the Void, so overall, very good for me. I'm going to go in for a Mother Witch here, and I'm also going to go for the Goblin Gang so we can hopefully go and target the annoying stuff that he's going to have here and keep the Mother Witch alive. And make sure the Flying Machine was not targeting on the Mother Witch. So looking super sublime. I'm going to arrows on that as early as possible. Trying to arrows on the tower that we're working towards. And we found out that our opponent is running basically a recruits deck. Not necessarily the scariest thing in the world for us. And also, I've identified that he likely doesn't have a good answer to Evo Bats. He'll probably drop something on this Royal Giant. Then we can get him to go in for a unit that we can soak up the damage with the Evo Bats. I actually hope he drops something into this, like a Valkyrie. Then if he goes Goblin Curse, it doesn't kill the Bats. Then we can Royal Giant here. Then we can go Goblin Gang with Spear Goblins to go and target the Balloon. So overall, like, this is looking super sublime because the Bats stay alive, the Royal Giant's tanking for them. The Spear Goblins make sure that he only gets 1 shot on that. That's huge. Then the Bats still stay alive through that. We can maybe get a Mother Witch down on top of the Fly Machine, turn that into a Pig, go for Bats with the RG, and maybe even 3-crown this guy. I think the Bats will apply enough pressure to force out a Dart Goblin that we're easily able to arrow. Whatever it may be. Okay, he's not going to do that. It's just a free win. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the tips and tricks that we're going to be displaying so that you guys can just win games more frequently. I do these live streams as early as the challenges come out. So like right now it's 3:15 a.m. Just grinding, enjoying the game, and hopefully helping you guys win a bit more than might otherwise. Leave a like on the video if you enjoy these late night streams that I stay up to do for you guys as soon as the challenges go live. It's a little bit more of a commitment. It is 3 a.m. here. But yeah, hopefully you guys do. And yeah, you can count on me for all future challenges moving forward as well, because I do every single one of them. All right, we're going to go in and pop through with a Goblins and then a Princess. So Ram Rider counters Hog Rider, so you always rather pick Ram Rider because the Hog Rider will go towards your tower, you Ram Rider, then the Hog Rider gets slowed down by the Ram Rider. I'm going to choose Royal Ghost because I don't necessarily have good responses to that. Hunter is a good card, but I really like Princess in this challenge because if your opponent is running Dart Goblin, well, they have less Princess and arrows, bait, or whatever. You know, so most of the time they're going to choose Dart Goblin. Wow, that was a loud noise from my thing underneath my seat. But it would be. Yeah, most of the time they're going to choose Dart Goblin, so it's nice to at least have that. Let's see, Ice Golem, I think he's in a bad spot. Ice Golem is 2 elixir down the drain. You also logged. It's unlikely that you're going to have a good response to this Ram Rider, so we're just going to get as much damage as we possibly can. The fact is that I have to Barbaro on top of this, and that's the only way that we're going to be able to counter it. You also have to roll the Barbaro a little bit earlier, otherwise it's just like not going to arrive on time. We're chilling. We're having a good time here. We're vibing. I also had a really good day today, by the way, guys. I actually saw one of y'all today in Seattle, which was awesome. Made my day a lot better. I was really, really happy. Whenever I see you guys and I'm like not expecting it, it's always a good interaction to be like, oh, dang, it's cool. Shout out to the homie. Anyway, Getting back to business here. This guy is going to be went for a hog rider, and yeah, I also got to play pickleball with some of my friends for the first time in a long, long time. I'd been kind of self-isolating a little bit for the 20-win challenge. They're like, what are you doing? Like, you hadn't been like talking to us or doing much. I'm like, yeah, I played 1,000 games of Clash Royale, no big deal. So my friends were worried about me. They're like, are you okay? Like, yeah, you know, I'm kind of grinding Clash Royale more than anything else. And, oh, yeah, by the way, I played pretty well in pickleball besides not playing for like 2 months. I didn't play pickleball in 2 months. Freaking popped off. That was huge. So if you guys are ever like having really low expectations for something and things go super well, it always hits different in a good way. Also, this guy's clan saying you're cooked is crazy because he is definitely the one that's getting cooked and fried today. Yeah, like I had super low expectations of how I was playing in pickleball. I thought I was going to play like trash, and I ended up playing pretty well. So it was a good vibe. I got 8 wins first attempts as Nemesis. Yo, congrats. Much appreciated. I became a very good player watching you over the years, says Mike. Hell yeah. Got 2 wins. You guys can get a lot more. All right, all right. Is it early morning? No, it's 3:18 a.m. Please continue Trash Your Treasure. I'll do Trash Your Treasure, but I'll do it as a series where I play your decks live. The way that I thought about doing it is if I did it any other way, if I continued this series, number one, it doesn't get that many views. It takes more time to prepare. Number 3, it's not necessarily optimal because not only does it take more time to prepare, but on top of that, I don't get to go through as many decks. It's nice to take your guys' decks, take them into consideration, and play them as many as I possibly can. SirTag, you don't really usually read my messages, but please continue to do Trash Your Treasure. I will do Trash Your Treasure, but I will be doing it more as live streams, I think. We could do some as videos if we end up getting enough views on it and we decide to do one more just to test it out. But the last one didn't get the viewership that we needed to make that series continue, to be honest. I was talking to a lot of my bigger YouTuber friends, and they're like, sometimes it's important for a series to go off on a high note instead of continuously like drilling it into the ground until no one wants to watch it anymore. And kind of want Trash Your Treasure, the video series, not like die and completely be like useless that no one wanted to see anymore. Also, this Dart Goblin is popping through. You try doing more Trash Your Treasure? I'll probably do another episode if it's really something that people want to see a lot. But I am doing a lot more on it live streams. Are you still lifting weights? Yo, I stopped lifting weights like in December, and I got to get back to it. I did go to the gym like 3 times, 4 times maybe. I think I went once a week, which is really bad in December. I'm getting back to it in January. I feel a lot better. It's kind of sad, like after holidays, you know, sometimes like you just are sick because you're with friends or family and those guys are sick, and then they get you sick, and then life is just hard to function as someone that's like creating content. You're like smoking 20 packs of cigarettes basically because your throat is so dead because you're sick. It's really rough then. So sometimes that happens. It is what it is. You live, you learn, you spend time with family, and you appreciate the time that you had with them instead of being sad that you were sick or whatever. So you just lost? Yeah, I lost. You got lost? I mean, I think you're wrong. Are you playing without Evo Dark? Are you serious? I have Evo Dart Goblin. What was the nerf to Stein? Stein ended up having less health for the doctor. The doctor dies to poison. What's your favorite, vodka or tequila? I actually don't drink at all. So, surprising a lot of people out here, maybe. I don't know. I feel like most people are probably not surprised by that. Yeah, I don't drink. For health reasons and stuff like that. My genetics aren't great to drink. My family, number one, my grandfather was super addictive personality. I definitely have an addictive personality. And number 2, like the detoxification gene or whatever like we have in my family, not great or not super healthy for me to drink specifically. I don't think it would fare very well for me. So I decided not to. I take my health pretty seriously. Not gonna fib. Alright, so with the Evo Dart Goblin, we're probably okay here. I'm just gonna go Rage to guarantee that we kill everything. Wow, the poison, if you don't know how the Dart Goblin works, it takes 2 cycles, and then its poison encompasses a 4-tile radius. And the poison stacks up. So after 2 cycles, the 3rd Dart Goblin that you drop is evolved. Also, the poison, obviously I said, encompasses 4 tiles, so it's pretty big radius. And number 3 is the poison stack up with each shot. So when you have the poisons hit something, it doesn't just do that poison damage. It'll do the poison damage from the next hit and the next hit and the next hit. Electro Dragon Evolution, it doesn't stack up damage. One shot, and it chains infinitely. But it doesn't chain infinitely multiple times. Okay, we're definitely choosing Battle Ram here. It's just a superior win condition to Miner in this situation. Please focus up your camera properly. Yeah, my camera is a little bit messed up. I think this is as good as it's going to be. I'll try to get forward and closer to the camera so then maybe you can see my face a little bit better. I'm sorry about that, sir. To be honest, my camera did break, and I've been working on fixing it. And I was like, oh, it's the camera. But it's actually the lens, so now I have to buy a new lens. And I'll have 2 cameras now, one for face cam, one for, one for face cam, one just for hand cam. So that's pretty cool. What other video games do you play? Right now, nothing besides TCG Pocket, Pokemon TCG Pocket. And then I also do play quite a bit of TFT with my friends. I haven't played it recently. Yo, what's up, Thom? I've never been to your streams. Dude, blessed to have you here, brother. Favorite soft drink, Pepper Gang here. Oh, man. You guys are going to flame me so hard, but I'm not going to lie. I don't drink soft drinks that much either. Yo, if you guys saw my refrigerator, it would straight up be the green drink from Costco. And I know that's boring. I know that's dull, but that would be what it be, you know? However, I can give you guys good recommendations for food. I love good food. I love, love, love good food. So if you're ever in Seattle, Dozone, Din Tai Fung are pretty good. If you haven't had those. I like those a lot. Alright, alright. Also, Tipsy Cow, pretty goated. I would say is really, really good. And then I'd say some other places like, you know, Heidi Lau is decent, but also costs a lot of money. What's your favorite best card in TCG Pocket? Ooh, I mean, my favorite card is different than the best card, right? Like, I think that Guard of War is pretty broken because it lets you set up Mewtwo EX. A lot of cards synergistically with other cards are fantastic. I would say the best cards are also trainer cards. For instance, like Sabrina can be game winning. And then I would also say, like, you know, I don't know. One of my favorite cards is like the Dragonite. I think the artwork is phenomenal, but is it the best card? Definitely not. Dragonite is incredibly inconsistent. Just some decks to climb up a ladder. This is Alone Gaming. So this is gonna feel really like a cop-out answer, but bear with me for a sec, bro. Literally any deck that I post on my YouTube channel that doesn't say meme deck or isn't in the meme deck thing, I actually categorize what I think is a meme deck and not a great deck. And I'll always have that delineated for you guys in that title. They're not title really, but there's a playlist. And if it's not in the meme deck playlist, then guess what? It's a great deck. And also at the start, I'll say the deck is kind of trash. Then you guys will know that the deck is bad. I'll never lead you astray on that. Also, every single deck that I create or showcase, I don't really create. They're top ladder decks played by the best players in the world. Whether I get tips from those players or I study the deck, it's different depending on the situation. But every single deck is capable of being played at the top of ladder. You just have to practice it. And a lot of times, like, if you already have a good staple foundation with that deck, you're going to be totally fine. Because, you know, you're going to understand how log bait works, and then you just jump to the log bait deck. You already understand how the cards work. As long as you understand how to play those cards, you're going to do well with them. I'd really recommend that. Have you ever played Valorant? No, I'm trash at FPS games. Like, the most awful player. Like, if you guys watched it, your eyes would bleed. You don't want to watch that. You don't want to watch SirTag playing FPS games. It's kind of crappy. Your hair always looks healthy. Yeah, man, I just got out of the shower, so, you know, we're vibing. What are your lift numbers in the gym? So 45s plus 15s. It hasn't changed, unfortunately. And maybe it went down, bro, because I haven't lifted. I've only lifted like 4 times in the past month, right? That's pretty mid. Tips for this challenge? I would recommend picking cards like Goblin Giant, picking cards like arrows that are universal. So generally in any draft challenge, you want to be picking win conditions that you can throw cards behind and always get value. Recruits are pretty good because you can throw cards with it, random win conditions, and get value. Arrows are fantastic because arrows are going to be able to hit a large array of things. It's also going to be able to hopefully hit multiple things at the same time and cause you to not miss very frequently. Cards like Goblin Giant, Giant, Royal Hogs, Hog Rider, they generally function really well with everything. If you pick a win condition like, I don't know, Balloon, you might not get the right supporting cards. Not the best in a lot of situations. However, if you pick a win condition like Goblin Barrel, it's horrendous because you might not have the full function of running an entire log bait deck. The way that log bait decks work is you outcycle your opponent's spells. You outcycle their spells, and you're able to use Goblin Barrel when they're not back to their Goblin Barrel counters like Log or Bar Barrel or whatever. You're going to do great. But sometimes you're going to be even stuck with a log bait deck, but your card cycle will be slower than your opponent's. So if you're running a draft deck that's slower than your opponent's cycle, you will definitely lose if the opponent is semi-intelligent. So the number one tip for a draft is wait for your opponents to do random crazy bad plays, because a lot of times people will do those terrible plays. They'll give you opportunities to counter push and kill them. Like this is a terrible P.E.K.K.A. So we're going to go Battle Ram on the other side. He did that in single elixir. So he's now kind of in a spot where he's going to lose the P.E.K.K.A. to Inferno Dragon. We have freeze. This is a great trade for us. We will kill this and not have to respond to anything. He also rages, so he overcommits. And we're in a great spot moving forward. Like, we can continuously apply pressure at points where he is going to be cycling a P.E.K.K.A. directly into our spam. So that's not a good trade for him. So the number one tip was counter push mostly. That is the number one tip. Number two is try to build a deck that makes most sense. Like, for instance, again, I'll say the win conditions that you want to pick. The best win conditions to pick are always going to be Goblin Giant or Giant, because you can throw things behind them. If you can throw random cards that work with the deck, then it will work in a lot of different situations. If you pick good cards, like, you know, good supporting cards like Dark Prince, they'll generally behoove you and benefit you as well. So, just going to throw that out there. I'm 100% freezing on this. We're going to keep the balloon in place. We're forcing the Battle Ram counter on the other side. Not great for our guy. Firecracker staying alive is criminal. We're going to go for majority of the recruits to the left side, and we're also going to go Dark Prince with this. And then we're also going to go and plant down a Goblin, Battle Ram. He's going to go for Witch, and that's not going to be enough. We can also arrows to kill the Witch a little bit quicker, so the Dark Prince guaranteed locks onto that. We're going to go Battle Ram on the right side, because all this stuff is going to be firmly planted on the left side, to focus on that. We can go in for a freeze when the barbs connect to the tower, so then he can't kill the barbs. And then we lock up the win with the Firecracker if he kills the barbs. So very easy win. Not going to complain about that. Great draft for us, and I like what we got. Will Goblin Sign be good after the nerf? Yes, it'll still be really good. How long did it take you to blow up on YouTube? Immediately. Because Clash with Ash helped me out a lot. Really go to guy. I got to 310 deadlift at 132 pounds body weight. That is insane. That is actually really good, man. Congratulations on that. SirTag, would you visit Nepal some days? I'm not sure, man. I want to travel around the world. I don't really know where we'll be. At work and open up YouTube and see him live. Let's go. It's 4:30 a.m. Yeah, dude. We are wilding out here, aren't we? All right, we picked Dart Goblin. I like it more than Firecracker. We're definitely choosing arrows. Then he can't kill that. Shout out to watching SirTag from the Philippines. Hey, what's up, Oliver? Blessed to have you here, bro. W win? Yeah, glad we got it. We're going to win 5 more in a row. Light work. Bro's a real grinder? Yes, sir. We are always grinding out here. I streamed some Pokemon TCG Pocket for 2 hours earlier. Really working on creating the best content I can and blowing up the Pokemon channel and this channel. I'm also going to be doing Brawl Stars. There's so many things that I want to do, and I will make them all happen. This year is my year. I'm going to make it happen, guys. And it could be your guys' year too, you know? Just have to have the right mindset and work for it. Things will be great. As long as I put myself in a position for that. I'm not going to wait for that stuff to happen. Maybe try my hardest. And hopefully it works out. But, you know, we'll see what happens. We might have Inferno 3 Musketeer as lightning. Things might get shady. I think we're fine, man. Usually, in these game modes, as long as you don't leak Elixir. I did leak a lot of Elixir. I'm going to blame myself just being not necessarily the most intelligent individual there. But we picked great cards. We chose like arrows. I think that's the #1 card to pick. You can pick arrows in this challenge. That's plus tier. Supporting card as well, just like really long radius. Splash damage cards are good. Cards that shoot up. Pretty important, so you don't get screwed by a random balloon. So, yeah. Most importantly, like, it doesn't necessarily matter as much what you draft. The thing that does matter is if you are comfortable using the card and you don't over-allocate your elixir. If you over-allocate your elixir and mess those up, then you can't win regardless of what cards or elixir. Like, it doesn't matter what you have if you don't play it well at all. So, like, For instance, if you go Knight and Executioner, and it gets cleaned up by the 3 Musketeers, and then you have no elixir left over, it's pretty bad for you. Like, I think you're dead. I think you're definitely screwed. We have Demolisher here. We have Musketeer. You don't have enough splash damage to kill that. Musketeer will lock into the tower for 2 hits on the tower, guaranteed, right? Ooh, only 1. Still not bad. In Dart Goblin, after the Magic Archer locks tower, Dart Goblin will still wiggle its way in the right side. Thanks so much for making that last video on Clan War decks. Any chance that we can have another one now that there have been so many balance changes? Thanks for your time and effort. Another one for Clan Wars? I don't think I want to do that. The Clan Wars thing was more so an idea, and it was hopefully like a, you know, good way for you to understand on what makes a good deck. It also, like, to be honest, with balance changes, unless there are massive changing, like, the balance changes were pretty big, but a lot of the decks that were played in the 20-win challenge will still be usable because, to be honest, P.E.K.K.A is a very serviceable card. It works pretty well in every single deck, and that is more spammy and bridge spammy. P.E.K.K.A is still going to be good. A lot of the decks that were decent with Goblinstein is not going to be a bad card by any stretch of the imagination. P.E.K.K.A, Goblinstein, and Electro Dragon are the best cards in the game still, I think. I mean, Dart Goblin is definitely great too, and the cheesy new card is only good with Goblin Giant Evolution, but basically they didn't nerf the Chef Tower, so a lot of the decks are still very, very good. So I wouldn't be stressed or, you know, scared about any of that stuff. Yeah, don't worry about it. Are you safe, SirTag, with the fires and everything? Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Some of my friends actually were living there, so I'm really, really worried for them. But luckily, you know, I'm secure, I'm safe, and thanks for asking. You know, to be fair, the bad weather could trickle its way down to Seattle. I'm just hoping that doesn't happen. I'm really hoping it don't happen, you know? Oh, beautiful. This guy did not delay this game any longer. I was like, bro, are you gonna make this game not so swift, Mr. Swift Key? Demon Hours. No. What's a CNA? I always watch your videos because I'm at 4 a.m. and it drags. CNA. I'm gonna Google that. Certified Nursing Assistant. Healthcare professionals that provide basic care to patients in hospitals and nursing homes. Well, that's cool. Well, first off, thank you for doing what you do. Seems like you're making the world a better place. I respect that and appreciate it, man. And yeah, secondly, thanks for watching the content too. All right, so I'm going to go and choose the recruits here because I think we just kill the witch with the Dark Prince and the 3 Musketeers and outrange it. It's probably pretty good. Your favorite Pokemon? Mankey. I'll wait for the Brawl Stars content. Yeah, I'm thinking I could maybe do Brawl Stars on the same channel. Like, I'm actually debating whether or not to do that. It's a really big risk because y'all might be like, Jake, I came here for Clash Royale. Screw you. And I'm like, okay, understandable. So I might be able to do Brawl Stars on the same channel. I'm really debating on it. I'm really debating on it because I can make a lot more money if I do that. I just don't know if it's the right play. It might screw up my Clash Royale content. I'm debating, like, because that's what OJ does. He does multiple things on the same channel. It allows him to grow a little bit more. Because the way I see it, if I'm being honest, I don't think I can grow past 1 million subscribers if I just do this channel on Clash Royale. So I think I would do the same amount of Clash Royale uploads. Like, I'd still do one every other day, and I'd still stream Clash Royale every day. It would be an extra bit of content. You guys would still get your daily dose of Clash Royale every single day. You would also just get Brawl Stars on top of that. I don't know if I do that on the second channel or if I put it on the main channel. I think people might get pissed off and might not understand that, you know, the Clash Royale content wouldn't change. We'll see. That's the dilemma that I have. So I'd rather just be open with you guys about it. It makes a lot more sense for me. You know, if for growth mentality and wanting to get my goals, 1 million subscribers, grow this channel as much as I can, do more Supercell games on this channel. I already have a different channel for Pokemon. My second channel, the SirTag channel, I could convert that completely into Brawl Stars. So I'm, you know, in between both things. You guys let me know in the comment section or in the chat what you would like. Or if it's understandable for you to be like, hey, yeah, I just won't click on the Brawl Stars content if I just don't like it. My issue is, like, some people might not understand what I'm thinking. And then they might just be like, screw you, Jake. Unsubscribe you. I hate you. Sometimes people do that. So it's like, I don't know. Not necessarily sure. So I'd love to hear your guys' input on that. Not necessarily Clan Wars, but maybe a dual-focused video or deck. Dude, there should be more dual stuff in this game. There really ain't. There is not that much like, oh, I was going to say mid-ladder because you just said mid-ladder and then it infected my brain and I thought of mid-ladder. There really aren't that many duel things in this game unless you're playing super competitively CRL. So it's just a weird thing to think about. I want duels to be more popular in this game. I also want more game modes to be here. I would love for Clash Royale to like find a way to add more unique ways of playing this game instead of adding new cards. New cards are monetizable, so it makes more sense for them to do it. But, hear me out. More game modes, more ways of playing Clash Royale. I also super love the fact that they added 2v2. It wasn't popular, but man, did I love that game mode for competitive. Right before I was about to knock out, I see you're live. I guess I'm going to stay up a little while longer, says Josh. Josh, glad to have you here, bro. And I hope you sleep like an angel, man. I hope you just sleep limely. You know one of the weirdest things I used to do? My mom, right before going to bed, bro, every single night, she's like, I hope your eyelids shut like boulders falling off the Empire State Building. That was like one of the weirdest possible things that was part of my childhood. I'll never forget it. So, Josh, I hope you fall asleep soundly and have your eyelids shut like boulders falling off the Empire State Building. Bro, you got this. You're going to fall asleep so well. Anyway, this could activate King Tower if I hit it correctly. I don't remember. Oh, we are fire out here. Who even plays Electro Wizard in this game anymore? And I still remember that interaction like the back of my hand. We got that. That's so okay. That's so, wow, I was gonna say, that's so cool. I don't know, words are tough, but I was able to hit the tornado. So, I don't know if you guys like that. Oh, that's cool. You and OJs are my favorite YouTubers. I thank you so much for helping me on the challenge, finding the best deck and the tips. I always got you, man. I always got you with tips on how to win these challenges. I know that the challenges are a little bit annoying for a lot of people, so I try to do them as early as possible and get you guys the W's. Clash Minion is coming to Clash Royale, so let's see. Yeah, I hope they deliver it in a good way. Just made some popcorn to watch the stream. Let's go. Dude, I'm about to win, and we only have like 3 more games. Tag for the 6th time, asking for the best Mega Knight deck. The best Mega Knight deck, I'm not sure in the current meta, man. Archer Queen is probably still best, but maybe it's like a Wall Breakers Dart Goblin deck. Like, I haven't played it yet, man. I can't tell you something if I don't know. I'm never going to BS my way through that, bro. I do think that Archer Queen fast cycle decks with Wall Breakers are great. So if you want a phenomenal deck that will work really well, type in SirTag, Archer Queen, Mega Knight, Wall Breakers, something like that in YouTube search, and it should pop up. Any deck that you want, any type of deck that you want, my videos are actually search engine optimized to hopefully deliver something that you actually would want to watch. If you want to watch it, type it into the YouTube algorithm and it'll probably pop out with something you like. Also, does the Dart Goblin Assassin... I think he doesn't get a shot. Easy. Let's go Phoenix here. Okay, that Phoenix was just for fun. It was a for fun Phoenix, okay? I believe doing Brawl Stars content in this YouTube account will work great. Yeah, maybe. Stop playing Mega Knights. That card is so trash. And the players that play that card are more garbage, says Akon. Bro, he is fuming. He is chomping at the bit. I don't know. Is Akon... Is he... Do you guys think that Akon is right or no? These are the real questions. Do we have a poll for Akon to stop playing Mega Knights? That card is so trash. The players that play the card are more garbage. Like, I really want to see what you guys think. Is that crazy? Also, I'm playing a game here and I'm not even focused. Like, I feel like we are not respecting this guy on an entirely different level. Maybe I should have respected him a little bit. Does he take tower? Guess we'll find out. He's gonna RG, right? There's no way he takes tower. That's not hitting my tower, bro. Sayonara, sir. This is crazy. It died. It died. The Dart Goblin Evo damage is insane. Wow, if he killed the Dart Goblin, I think he would have got the RG hit, and then we might have been in trouble. It looks like Akon just lost to a Mega Knight deck, says Cruel Croissant. Imagine getting roasted by a Cruel Croissant. Oh my gosh. Bro, he's going to eat you up. Croissants are not that, they're not that robust, bro. You are going to get busted down. That is funny. I love that name. I love the Cruel Croissant name. That is actually an S+ tier name, bro. If we had Clash Royale card tier list, you'd be S+. You'd be above. I love that name. I love that name. I also love Akon doing that. Is he trying to con us out here? I don't know. Tag, who's the better opponent that you played against? I don't know, man. I feel like I've played against a lot of top players. Played against D-Roy, Ian, Riley, Mohammed Light, probably at some point. I forget. But I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I think one of the people that I get scared, not scared, like I'm not scared against playing anyone, but the person that I dislike playing against the most, I think, is Riley. It feels really hopeless playing against him sometimes. When he gets a good card cycle and he knows what you're going to do, and he just plays safe, it feels really bad. Like, most top players, whenever I match into someone, because I'm a top 1,000 player, I feel like I have a good shot. Like, maybe EGW, sometimes he'll make some really cheesy plays and all in me, because he knows I'll die if I do it. Like, that feels kind of bad. It feels really bad playing against EGW when I'm not playing well, because he knows how to pressure and kill you if you're just messing up and not playing optimally. Even if you're a phenomenal player, he'll beat you really badly if you mess up. But even if I play well against Riley, it feels really bad because generally the way he plays is so safe and spotless on defense because he's played this game for 12 hours a day every single day. He just doesn't make mechanical mess ups as much as other people. From my experiences playing against him. If I pay you $200 a month, will you help me get with pro in Clash Royale? Number one, bro, I would never take your money and do that because there are better ways of getting better at the game than getting private coaching from me. Number two, I also don't really want to do that. I much rather take my time and then, you know, help you guys get better by recording videos and also recording videos because it's fun for me. So nah, man, I have to say no to that. I don't do coaching in general. I just don't do it. All right, we're gonna go Prince here. We already be able to kill this. And one of the best ways to improve is actually watching videos and like learning yourself. Even though it is kind of annoying to like take it into your own hands and like spend time to learn the game yourself, it is generally a little bit better and it's a good life skill too. I'm not gonna lie. One of the biggest mess ups that I had in life, like growing up, is I didn't learn things by myself as frequently as I should have. And if I could have instilled one thing into me, it was like having that skill set. Obviously learning from other people, pretty good. Like watching videos is fine. But like, I wish that I was more curious from that perspective on like, how can I improve as a person? Or like, how can I get better at certain things that I was interested in? I take shortcuts more frequently, which wasn't ideal. I wish I did that more frequently. I wish I was more inquisitive, I guess. Or more curious in certain aspects. It's a really important quality to have, to be able to figure things out. Who's the best Recruits Ramrider player to watch? There really aren't any. I guess Wotop was decent, but there's not that many people that play Recruits anymore. That's also part of the reason that I chose create videos on Recruits, and I chose that it was one of my main decks, because there aren't many people to watch. Then, you know, people will watch me. I'm a top 1,000 player. I'm decent at the deck, and I explain a lot of things that I watched and asked the best players in the world on how to improve at Recruits. Like I ask EGW's top 20 in the world, hey dude, how can I improve with this deck? How can I get better? I can ask D-Roy, who finished #1 in the world in a global tournament, and they'll be willing, more than willing, to help me out and improve my gameplay and get better with decks. So I know that I can be a reliable resource for most people to get better at Recruits, and that's why I chose to pick that deck. If I chose Logbait or something, you know, guys probably wouldn't ever want to watch it because it's like, oh, you know, like Jake, you're decent, maybe a little bit, like compared to the average bear, but you know, I think for Recruits, I definitely have good footage. And I also get really good tips from people really good. So shout out to them. My content would be a lot worse without them. Yo, Doll Sonic, thank you for the $5. He says, thank you for the videos and live streams. We appreciate you, even though you're doing these streams at 3 a.m. Much love. Blessed, brother. Blessed. We'll also get a lot better with Recruits as well. We did get the 20-win challenge, but we didn't get it with Recruits. We got with a really broken, overpowered deck. I did tell you guys. Oh, let's go. He's giving us the peace Adamo. He recognizes us. I would always pick Royal Hogs or Goblin Giant or Giant because they pair with pretty much everything. Give this guy the love and the peace out. Hell yeah. We love seeing that. Nice. Wait, should we give him the win, guys? He recognizes us and he also has... I'm going to give him the win. I'm going to give him the win. He recognizes us and he also ends up having no Passerelle. Well played. We're going to give him the win. GG. I never do this, But I'm going to do it for this guy. No, no, no. No, no, no. Good game. Can we give him the win? I'd rather give him the win. Is there any way to give him the win? Alright. I don't do this often. I'm going to do it this one time, guys. I don't think he realizes I wanted him to win. All right, we'll just wait it out. We'll talk to you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know. We'll do a little bit of question and answer for right now. This is I don't want to steal the last win from someone that's a potential subscriber or something like that. And, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to steal a win from someone that's, like, he doesn't get a reset or anything. I'd feel really bad. Heck no, don't give it to him. Nah, I'm giving it to him. I usually don't do this. What's your biggest regret? I'd say, like, not venturing out a little bit earlier on in life. If I did, then that would be a lot better. Like, I stayed on Martha's Vineyard. I kind of just chilled, relaxed a little bit more than I should have. And definite downside of that was, like, not growing as a person as quickly as I could have. If you stay in the same spot and you don't do anything different, it's a lot worse. So I'd recommend, if you guys have the ability to, definitely travel a little bit more. Maybe go to Japan. Maybe go to Europe. Maybe go to a different state in the United States if you have the ability. Try to do things with your friends and family because, you know, also, like, you don't really know. You don't know. Things are transient in life. Things change. I would super recommend, like, experiencing more of life and doing different things because you never really know what's going to happen and where things are going to be. Like, for instance, California had horrible wildfires everywhere. And you look at that and you're like, man, even if people have millions and millions of dollars, $4 million houses got destroyed by those things. Like, you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen there. You just got to make sure that, like, even if the richest people can't be protected, right, from Mother Nature, like, you can't be protected from everything too. You're not going to be insulated or isolated. So, yeah, I think that exploring new things, not being afraid of taking that risk, playing it safe all the time in life is a surefire way of losing out. So I wish that I did that more frequently because I'm super risk averse. So for me, being a little bit more risky is something that I needed to do. I needed to balance that out a little bit. And there's some of my friends that are really risky. I'm like, dang, dial it down a little bit. So it depends on what you're like. So yeah, we're going to beat this guy. Unfortunately, I can't give out too many wins. We did want to give away one win there just because, you know, the guy recognized us and also, you know, he didn't have pass around. What's your best content creator friend? I don't have many content creator friends. A lot of times, the content creator sphere that what I have, the people that I have met, a lot of the bigger ones really do just care about numbers. Just straight up, like, not gonna lie, a lot of them are really care a lot about numbers. And for me, not a huge fan of that. Not a huge fan of people that are constantly asking you, ooh, how many like views did you get on this, or what are we in? Like, it just feels really superficial, and it's not like you guys are like friends. It's more so like your colleagues, and you're getting to a goal with those people. Yeah, not a huge fan. So people that I really like, I'll just tell you straight up, I love Clash with Ash. He's actually one of the nicest and best people I've ever met on my Clash Royale journey. Love the guy to death. Really good person. The other person that I really like is I like Anduaru. If you guys watch Minecraft, really sweet dude as well. Yeah, I met him just through a YouTube event. Really nice. We don't even do the same game, but really like him. I don't have any beef or anything with any YouTubers in general. I'm just saying, like, from my experiences, those are the best people that I've met that are just, like, really selfless, great human beings. And in general, in life, it's really hard to find people like that. Like, most people are like, you know, I'm trying to do the best thing for me. I want the best life for me. And then you know, they do those things. And then, you know, around a lot of people like that over and over again. If you think about it, like, a lot of people that climb to the top in certain ways or certain areas of life, those people are generally going to be a little bit more selfish, right? The richest people, the most successful people based off of society's metrics, those people are generally not going to be the best people to hang around in certain situations because they're not going to care about you truly. For me, like the people that I really would value as like a best friend would be people that, you know, I think are really, really nice and better people than me, to be honest. Like my best friends or the people I want to be around the most. You know, I want people those to be really, really good people because it makes me a better person too. To be candid with you, I want to be a better person, and being around better people makes me a better person. Anyway, that was a deep talk. I don't know if that really mattered. 3 a.m. random conversation. You know, it hits different sometimes, eh? All right, we're gonna go Rascals here. Shut down everything with their freeze and say yes, please, as we collect the win. I think. I do think that this Dart Goblin's not hitting my tower, so nice. Guys, I can't play the challenge. This is Salam Credia. I don't know, man. What was your 2v2 finish? I think I don't know. We can take a look. We can take a quick gander. So we didn't have any losses. I just threw that one game for the sub. Talking about Brad. I like Brad. Brad is actually a good guy. I didn't know what to think about Brad because I never really met him in real life and like had long conversations. I really like Brad. So no, Brad's a good guy. The people that I was talking about are not really even in Clash Royale. Like when I went to other YouTube events, a lot of the people were based off of it. So you can't really guess on who I'm talking about. Maybe some of you guys know them because like you cross over through different games, but like it's really, really unlikely. So I'm not going to tell you what game or anything because you could then guess it. But yeah, not a huge fan of some of the other games and people that I met through YouTube. I was just like, wow, this is not the type of people that I want to be around. So it is what it is. All right. All right. That was a good win. We'll take a look at our 2v2 ranking because you guys are asking for it. All right, 2,000. I finished 2,000 in the world. It was Thanksgiving. I could have gotten higher. I could have got top 1K. I just didn't play. You know, I played last day. I was really sad. And I was like, dang. I was sad because I stayed up too late. I was like, why am I staying up late? Like, I'm going to crash out because I'm so tired because I had a lot of festives with my friends and family. So I was like, it was really bad timing for the 2v2 league because it was right in the middle of Thanksgiving. What about Molt? Molt was a good guy. When I had very little subscribers, we went to a private island that Supercell like rented out for everyone. Because like you have to understand, Supercell does not spend that much money on the creators right now comparatively what they were. When we originally were big, when all the big creators like Nick, Molt, Pat, all those guys went to islands and Supercell like literally rented out an island with a private chef for everyone. It was crazy. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I don't care. Like they did that. It was one of the best. It was the best experience that I can remember in my life, actually. Like from all the experiences that I've been on or like things that I've done, like that was otherworldly. Like going to a different island, having a private chef rented out and like flying to like meet everyone. And they seemed like the OJ and those guys had that happen a lot. Like I had it happen once. And Molt talked to me when I had 50,000 subscribers, and I should not have even been there. I literally did not deserve to be there. I had no business going there, and yeah, it was like Molt was talking to me, and I was like, bro, why is he talking to me when there's like Nick, Pat, and everyone? He was just I think Molt is one of those people that doesn't discriminate you based off of popularity and that type of thing. Where a lot of times that's not the case, and most like niches, categories. Friend groups, a lot of times people gravitate towards the most popular, most attractive, most like, you know, like successful people or whatever. And I was just sitting there as like a little freaking like 19-year-old boy that, you know, made no money, had no subscribers comparatively, and he still talked to me and gave me the time of day. So like Molt a lot. There's a lot of good people. So yeah, I'm just saying overall, you guys tried to hit the nail on the head on people. You missed everything. But you could if you did 21 million questions on like who are like bad people or like not bad people, like less likely for me to be like great friends with, you know. I would actually be friends with Molt. He's a good guy. Anyway, I love you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. I try to do these streams every single time there's a challenge. So if you like and subscribe, I'll do more of them. Yeah, big wins. Appreciate everyone being here. And yeah, check out the pinned comment if you want to see what I think is the best Golem deck in the game, because Golem got a huge buff. Believe it or not, Pekka got a nerf, so Golem's better. And by the way, biggest cool thing is the Electro Dragon really didn't get that much of a nerf. So congratulations, Electro Dragon. Goblin Cage is also S tier still because so good against Goblinstein, so freaking good against Pekka, so good against the Mega Knight that somehow evaded the nerf. jumped away from the Nerf hammer. But yeah, it was a fun stream. Love you guys. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe. Check out the pinned comment for the best Golem deck in the game. That actually is a huge, huge contender as what I would think is an underrated deck that is super serviceable if you like beatdown decks. I'd recommend playing that or learning that if you like Golem or beatdown decks because, yeah, Golem deserves a little bit more love. I'll see you guys later. Peace. No matter when or where you're watching, I hope you have an amazing rest.